Was Charlie Kirk just a young conservative organizer, or a force that reshaped American politics? From campus debates to MAGA rallies, he built a movement defining youth identity, ideology, and activism. Here is how one man's strategy left a lasting mark on conservative politics nationwide. Chapter 1: The Rise of Youth Conservatism. Charlie Kirk founded Turning Point USA in 2012 to reshape conservative activism on college campuses. Starting as a small student group, it quickly became a nationwide network with chapters at universities across the U.S. These chapters allowed students to organize events, host debates, and engage directly in campus politics. TPUSA emphasized leadership development, encouraging students to participate in student government, debate clubs, and local community projects. Social media became a crucial tool, amplifying the organization's reach far beyond individual campuses. Supporters credit Kirk with giving young conservatives a voice and purpose in politically challenging environments. Critics argue that TPUSA's confrontational methods sometimes create tension, dividing students and faculty. Regardless, TPUSA established a structured pipeline for future conservative leaders. Chapter 2: Aligning with MAGA. Charlie Kirk's rise coincided with the MAGA movement, and he quickly became one of its most prominent youth voices. TPUSA events regularly featured MAGA messaging, emphasizing nationalism, populism, and conservative economic principles. By connecting with the movement, Kirk positioned himself and his organization at the center of young conservative activism during a transformative period in American politics. Supporters credit Kirk with mobilizing young voters who were previously disengaged. Through rallies, speaking tours, and online campaigns, he made the MAGA agenda accessible to students and young activists. Kirk effectively acted as a bridge, linking national politics to student-level engagement. Critics argue that this alignment fueled polarization. By embracing controversial rhetoric and confrontational tactics, TPUSA amplified divisions on campuses and in the broader political landscape. Chapter 3: Crafting Conservative Identity. One of Kirk's most notable contributions was shaping a cohesive identity for conservative youth. TPUSA members were not just attendees at events, they were part of a larger movement with shared principles and cultural norms. This sense of belonging became central to the organization's strategy, giving students a distinct identity and purpose. The TPUSA identity emphasized economic freedom, personal responsibility, and cultural conservatism. Leadership programs, networking events, and online communities reinforced this collective sense of belonging. Students were encouraged to engage with one another, mentor peers, and participate actively in campus and political life. Supporters argue that this identity building instilled confidence and a sense of purpose among students, allowing them to speak out in environments where they felt marginalized. Critics, however, suggest that creating such a strong in-group mentality may have contributed to echo chambers and political tribalism. Chapter 4: Campus Debates and Public Confrontations. Kirk gained national attention through his approach to campus debates and public confrontations. TPUSA became known for viral stunts, confrontational speeches, and initiatives like the Professor Watch List, which highlighted perceived ideological biases in higher education. These tactics drew supporters who praised Kirk for challenging what they saw as a liberal-dominated academic culture. Universities responded in a variety of ways. Some administrators criticized TPUSA for creating tension, while student groups pushed back against what they considered disruptive tactics. Even with the criticism, these confrontations increased the visibility of both Kirk and TPUSA, transforming campus-level activism into nationally discussed political events. Supporters argue that these public confrontations empowered students to assert their beliefs and challenge prevailing narratives. Critics contend that they exacerbated polarization, reducing opportunities for genuine dialogue. Regardless of perspective, Kirk's strategy demonstrated how structured activism and high-profile debates could influence public perception and energize a politically active youth movement. Chapter 5: Media Influence and Messaging. Charlie Kirk's reach extended far beyond campus through his sophisticated media strategy. Social media, television appearances, and published books allowed him to craft public persona as a young, influential conservative leader. Viral content, interviews, and commentary amplified TPUSA's influence and ensured that its messaging reached a national audience. Supporters see this media strategy as a way to counterbalance what they perceive as liberal dominance in culture and news. Critics, however, argue that the approach sometimes favors sensationalism, prioritizing visibility over substantive dialogue. Regardless, Kirk demonstrated a deep understanding of media power. Digital platforms allowed him to mobilize supporters, coordinate campaigns, and amplify messages that resonated with young conservatives. By leveraging traditional and new media simultaneously, he ensured TPUSA's ideas remained central to public debates, influencing both youth activism and broader political discourse. Chapter 6: Controversies and Organizational Challenges. Turning Point USA and Kirk faced significant scrutiny regarding funding, governance, and internal operations. Lawsuits and investigations raised public questions about transparency, accountability, and the organization's methods. Supporters claimed the scrutiny was politically motivated, aimed at weakening a rising conservative movement. Critics insist attention was warranted, highlighting legitimate concerns regarding TPUSA's structure and influence strategies. Even with these challenges, TPUSA retained its prominence. Controversies became part of its narrative, demonstrating both the risks of political mobilization and the resilience necessary to maintain influence. Kirk and his organization navigated these obstacles while continuing to engage a growing base of politically active young conservatives. Chapter 7: Legacy and Lasting Impact. Charlie Kirk's influence on American politics is enduring. Through TPUSA, he created a generation of politically engaged young conservatives who understand strategy, media engagement, and organizational leadership. His work reshaped youth political identity, mobilized voters, and affected national debates. Supporters view Kirk as a visionary who empowered young conservatives to participate in policy discussions and cultural debates. Critics, however, contend that his confrontational methods contributed to polarization and ideological conflict. Regardless of perspective, his impact is undeniable. TPUSA's model demonstrates how structured campaigns, identity building, and media strategy can influence national discourse. Kirk's legacy continues through the students and activists who carry forward the principles and tactics he championed. Do you think Turning Point USA has helped or divided young voters? Comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into politics and the people shaping it.